Mark, you've had a day less in preparation than you'd normally have after a midweek game. How's training been today?
Very light, really, as you'd expect. We'll have some players that played the other night that will play on Saturday or tomorrow. So it's had to be light and making sure that we're getting the players' legs back and they're fully recovered. Not ideal. Newport have had an extra day, but it's the way it is.
And does the quality of the performance and the result down at Bournemouth mean that emotionally it's one that's very easy to allow the players to move on quickly because that's what they have to do?
I think they should gain a lot of confidence from it. It's energy sapping in terms of you playing against a Premier League team on their own patch that are pulling you all over the place, and you've got a lot of ground to cover. But listen, the Premier League boys do it. They play in Europe during the week and they play in the Premier League at the weekend. So if they can do it, we can do it.
And is Newport a good game to come back to? I mean, they're one of those teams that they always seem to be at it and up for it.
Yeah, of course. It's like you know what you're going to get. They're going to be right at it. The manager gets a real tune out of the players. They're 100 mile an hour. They are in your face, and we know we've got to be up for it.
And they're still unbeaten in League Two, of course. You took one unbeaten record last week. Be nice to take another one, wouldn't it?
I think Newport are unbeaten in something like 16 games, aren't they? From the back end of last season as well, and you take the playoffs out of it, so they've done great with what they do. They do great, and it's going to be a tough test, and we'll have to be right on our game.
What does their record say about their consistency?
It says that they're always up for it. They're always difficult to play against. They start with a solid foundation, and they work from there.
Did you go to the West Ham game Tuesday?
I watched it on telly.
And what did you make of it?
Very organised, very difficult to score against. Yeah, we know that.
How's everyone physically after Wednesday? Is everyone okay? You still got everyone from that night?
Yeah. Obviously, as you'd expect, they were still excited by it. I think just the occasion in terms of playing in a full stadium at a Premier League ground and being that close to international players, and I think they thoroughly enjoyed it and still talking about it now. But we've had to put that to bed and move on and give Newport our full focus and respect.
What's the latest on how Liam Shepherd's progressing?
Slow.
Well, I suppose slow and steady better than giant strides before you can trying to run before you can walk.
Yeah, but when you look at Don Bernard and Dokes' performances, it takes the pressure off that being rushed back.
Bury have been expelled from the league this week. What's Charlie Cooper's situation? Because obviously he went there. Did he sign for starters, or is he still on Forest Green's books?
He's not on Forest Green's books, no. But, I think what's happened to Bury is an absolute shambles from the EFL. How they've allowed the newest owner to take over the club when he's been insolvent 43 times out of 51 companies. Tells a real damning story about the EFL. I think it was the previous incumbent at the EFL that authorised Steve Dale to take over. They still let Bury get promoted if they weren't paying their bills or their players. And then when they've got a decent bid on the table, they've decided to throw them out the pyramid and cause all kinds of havoc with the League One programme. I just think it's a complete shambles, the EFL at the minute, and somebody needs to look at it.
I suppose there but for the grace of God goes every club almost, and just a case of being thankful that you're at a well-run club, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you have a process in place, when you have to pass a fit and proper persons test, and the person that has apparently passed that test has had 43 insolvencies out of 51, they've either not done the test or they've not done it properly. So, shame on them.
Something doesn't seem fit for purpose. Do you feel cheated by the fact that they went up and haven't been able to play in League One this season, and obviously you missed out in the playoffs?
No, I think you finish where you finish, but it's like us signing Ronaldo and Messi and promising to pay him £1 million a week, we get promoted, but we know we can't pay him, but we're just going to get promoted. And that's not Ryan Lowe's fault, that's the Bury's fault, that's the EFL for allowing that to happen.